Hey there, welcome to Real Mamas. You're talking to the number one Mama Diva. How are you guys doing? And right now, I decided that we were going to talk about a very, very, very serious topic that's near and dear to my heart. With so much stuff that's going on all over the internet, with them showing the pornography pictures and the teachers that's been molesting the kids in school. And my husband brought me home a paper just the other day, and I think it was out in Aurora or somewhere where there was another teacher again that had been his hair. Sorry about that, guys. There was another teacher. There was another teacher that sexually molested another kid, and I said, you know what? We need to have a serious, serious, serious video, because my question is, do you talk to your children about sex? And if you do, what was the age? How young is too young to discuss that with them? If you don't, when are you planning on talking to your children about sex? For me, I started early. The second that my kids started noticing their body, which is around like age 2, 3, when they start noticing their body parts. I got a belly button here, mommy, and my ears and my nose, and you know what, and what's these? I got boobies and all this. That's when I started talking to them, and I came at them this way. When you're talking about the babies and talking to the babies, and you as a mom or a dad should make it perfectly clear to them that only mommy is to give you a bath. Only mommy is to wash under your arms and your chest and in your private areas and things like that. Only mommy or only daddy. No one else is supposed to do that. No one else should ever tell you to take your clothes off. No one else should ever go in the bathroom with you. And that's how you explain to them when they're younger. As they get older, we're talking about 8, 9, years old. It should get to the point where you should be saying, if anybody asks you to take your clothes off, if anyone touches you in an inappropriate way, or even hug you and you don't like it, you should come and tell, your parents. You should come and let them know. Especially your daughters. It's a shame that these teachers is taking advantage of these kids, and it be months and months later before the parents find out about it. And my son wind up bringing home a book, and they were talking about sex education and everything like that. And I thought 8, 9 years old was, in the beginning, I thought that was really young. But then when you see 9 and 10-year-old babies that's getting pregnant, you're like, how does that happen? How does that happen? And it happens because no one talks to them about that. They feel they can't go to their mom, and so they don't tell mom, and by the time mom finds out, it's too late to do anything about it. And so, parents, you should discuss this. Discuss good touches and bad touches, with your children. Discuss, don't wait. If you got a young girl that's in, grammar school, elementary school, junior high, high school, and she feels that a teacher is looking at her wrong. Let me tell you something. My daughter, who's 12 years old, she said that she didn't like the way her gym teacher was looking at her. And the first thing I said was, did your gym teacher come at you in an inappropriate way? She said, no, Mom. I said, did this teacher say anything to you? Did this teacher, touch you or anything? She's like, no, Mom, but I just don't like the way the teacher looks at me. The way the teacher looks at me makes me feel uncomfortable. And so I won't get into it if it's a male or female or whoever it is, because that's not the point. The point is that she said that this teacher made her feel uncomfortable. So I immediately called the school. I called the school. I spoke to the principal, and they said, well, the teacher said, well, I monitored the class, and woo woo woo, and this is a very good teacher. I said, well, of course no one's gonna do anything if you're there. I said, but that's my child, and if it was the other way around, and that teacher said, well, I don't want to be around Michaela because I kind of feel uncomfortable with her, you would immediately snatch her out of the class. And I told them, I don't care what you have to do, what it is, I want her taken out of the class immediately. And so they did so. And when you go through this, or your child goes through this, you want them to come and tell you. You don't want them, don't be that parent to say, oh, I don't have time. Because I had to catch myself too one time. I remember one time one of my twins, Theron, and now Theron, he used to never ever want to give hugs. He didn't want to be touched or anything. So now Theron is very, very emotional, and he loves his mom and dad, and he loves to give us hugs. And I was busy doing, I don't know if I was on the phone or whatever I was doing, and I was like, wait a minute, not now. And I had to think about what I was doing, and I said, you know what, I told the person on the phone, let me call you back. And I said, Darren, come here. And I apologized to him, and I gave him a hug and a kiss, because that's my baby, and that's what he craved at that time. And if you don't teach them good touches and bad touches, now they go get that from somewhere else, or when someone else does that to them and they're not supposed to do it, they're not going to be able to distinguish that. And I'm just thinking that, you as viewers, have you ever thought about this? Do you talk to your children about that? Are you as a mother thinking that, well, 5-year-old is too young to discuss sex with my child? No, it's not. You should, and you should do it now more than ever. And those of you parents that's not affectionate and not emotional to your kid, it's time to stop that bullshit. Cut that bullshit out. Go give your kid a hug. Tell them each and every day that you love them. Just like you wake them up in the morning. When you wake them up every morning, tell them you love them. Every single morning before my kids leave for school, I tell them I love them. When they come in and I say, how your day go? How was it? I tell them I love them. When Farron left out of here, which is one of the twins, he ran back there. He said, Mom, where's my coat? I need my other coat. And I said, yeah, here's your coat right here. Put your coat on. You better hurry up before your mom and dad, before your dad leaves, your grandma leaves. And everything. He said, okay, Mom, I love you. And it was just natural, because to them, they hear it so much. It's like, if they don't say it, they don't. They tell me, Mom, you didn't tell me you love me today. Because, and it's just like brushing your teeth, putting on your clothes, whatever it is. They should hear that, and they should know the difference between good love and bad love, good touches and bad touches. And I just thought that with so much that's going on, predators are everywhere, and the one place that they are that you never think they are close to home. It's the teachers, it's a family member, it's a close friend. Those are the predators. Those are the animals, the demons that's preying on your children. And if you don't tell them, come and tell mommy and come and tell daddy, if something's not right, they won't. I was watching Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil's my guy, and where the grandfather was molesting his granddaughter. And then when the granddaughter went and told the grandma, this bitch hid it. She tried to cover it up, which is crazy. But the child, what she should have done was went to mommy and daddy in the beginning, as soon as it happened. And if you don't discuss these topics with your children, it's just going to get out of hand. It's just going, and please, if you don't, do anything else, talk to them about this. Talk to them about good touches and bad touches. It's never too young. It's never too old. It's never too late. Let them know, and more so than anything, let them know that you love them. You're gonna be there for them, because nobody, no one, nowhere can replace a mother's love. You know, no one. It's just unconditional. And once that child feels that they're not protected, then you headed for problems that's unbelievable, that you couldn't even imagine, you know. So just think about that. And remember, Mama Diva is always here. You can always come and leave a message for real mamas. I love you all. Mwah. God bless. Peace and ta-ta for now.